Whatever your reason, it's on Supersport.
This match was brought to you by Heineken and follows Scores, UEFA Champions League official partners. This match is brought to you by Heineken and follows Scores, UEFA Champions League official partners.
Where's my lucky sock? The MTN Mega Billion promo is here! Dial star 900 hash and recharge 100 naira or more before 5 p.m. and you could be a millionaire. At 7 p.m, all cash prizes will be paid directly into your Momo account. Dial star 900 hash. Start recharging now and stand a chance to win big in the MTN Mega Billion promo.
Vic, about today. If you're missing fairways, you're feeding the fish.
Better stock up there.
Guys got some balls for us.
Oh, sure. Do you bomb it like Bryson?
Maybe. Scotty and Rory use these.
Gentlemen, have you tried these?
How about some fairway finders?
That's the one. That's the one I need. That's the one.
Yes. All of this
And more.
under one umbrella.
Every pivotal moment from the world's biggest tours. Follow the legends, rising stars, and unforgettable rivalries. From first tee to final roar. If it's golf, it's on Supersport.
We aren't kidding.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is here. Dial star 900 hash and recharge 100 naira or more before 5 p.m. and you could be a millionaire. At 7 p.m, all cash prizes will be paid.
To the Champions League group stage at the Fußball Arena on a pleasant dry night in Bavaria. A repeat of the 2012 final won by Chelsea at this ground on penalties after a 1-1 draw. Bayern 6 times champions, Chelsea twice, now club champions of the world of course, on the back of winning last season's UEFA Conference League title. So the first in the world to to have lifted all of the 7 major international trophies available to European clubs. That's some feat. Some pedigree here then, at the start of a difficult group stage to come for both. Bayern unbeaten in their last 5 games, top again already in Germany. Also have to play PSG and Arsenal. Chealse have Barcelona and Napoli, among others. Important, therefore, to get off to a good start in their first ever group meeting. Sounds strange, that, doesn't it? Bayern have won their last 21 Champions League openers. Chealse have lost only 2 of their last 23 group games. What history. Bayern have featured in the Champions League proper in every season since 2008-2009. Chelsea are back after a 2-year absence, but this is their 20th Champions League campaign, and they've reached the knockout rounds in their last 8 of those. Out they come then to this daunting and raucous and atmospheric stadium. Holds 75,000. They sell out every game they play here, and they come out and the referee from Spain. Testing night for Chelsea. Bayern, so magnificent at home, and only 3 defeats in their last 48 group games. João Pedro, first game in Champions League football for him. Enzo Maresca, turning Chelsea into genuine contenders for major silverware every season. And we're nearly ready for the Champions League anthem. Bayern unbeaten in their last 34 home group games. Warmed up for this with a 5-0 Bundesliga win over Hamburg at the weekend. They were terrific in that display. Chelsea coming from behind to snatch a late draw at Brentford in the Premier League. Vincent Kompany knows all about Chelsea from his days at Manchester City as a hero, as a title winner, and of course more lately as manager of Burnley. Well, Bayern keep to the team that beat Hamburg. Manuel Neuer saved Juan Mata's spot kick in the 2012 final, but led in the remaining 4 in Chelsea's win. Kimmich and Gnabry have also won the Champions League with Bayern. Diaz won the competition at Liverpool, netted 2 against Chelsea in his time there. Harry Kane has scored 8 against them in the past. Was a beaten finalist in his Spurs days. Nicholas Jackson is on the bench against his parent club, permissible of course under UEFA rules. Made a cameo role from the bench against Hamburg at the weekend. Game rich in tradition and history and star-studded. There is Manuel Neuer. Contract is up in the summer, been here since 2011. This is 566th game. A remarkable goalkeeper. The referee is Jose Maria Sanchez from Spain. He's already taken a couple of games in Europe. Copenhagen beat Malmo 5-0, Champions League qualifier, and PAOK beat Rijeka 5-0 in the Europa League qualifier as well. Let's have a look at Chelsea. They're in 10 of the 11 that started the World Club Cup final. Reece James returned to the side as a defensive midfielder. Played there in that final win over PSG and in 6 of his 7 appearances in the victorious Conference League run, but hasn't done so in the Premier League this campaign. Enzo will push a little bit further forward. Malo Gusto then comes in at right back. One of 4 changes from the draw at Brentford. James Cucurella and Palmer returning as well. 5 of that side are making their Champions League debuts. It boasts 73 appearances in the competition. Bayern, well, they can claim 579 appearances. And for both coaches for kick-off, explaining something they don't often see that this late on before a kick-off. Lovely night for football. Temperatures in the stadium around about 16 Celsius. Not too wet. this time of the year. A little bit of dampness in the air, only to be expected. Bit of zip about the pitch. Joshua Kimmich, been there, done it, bought the t-shirt. A few eyebrows raised when Vincent Kompany was given the job and he took Bayern to the league. And earlier this campaign to the German Super Cup as well, beat Stuttgart in that game. So Enzo Fernandez, we think, will be given more licence. Cole Palmer, of course, in his 100th Chelsea game will have licence to roam all over. Referee checks. Off we go then to the UEFA Champions League group stage of 2025-26. And a high pedigree opening game here, Bayern against Chealse. Bayern all in red and kicking from left to right. The ball is at the feet of Jonathan Tah, reached the final of this competition. And here's Dayat Upamecano. Been a wearying start already for lots of these players because they were involved in international football. Kimmich there, then against Slovakia and Northern Ireland. All his days of international football have disappeared now. He retired after the last Euros. James. Tosin Adarabioyo is the only Chelsea starter tonight. Didn't start that World Club Cup final against PSG. They go long and they get Gusto very high up the pitch. Into Neto, first threat of the game. Good movement from Chelsea, testing that Bayern defence. Corner kick. Is it just a throw? It is just a throw. Despite his protestations. Bayern kicking towards the Sud curve. And eventually we will have this throw. He has finally made himself clear. For Charles Pedro, those Chelsea Champions League debutants I was telling you about. Here's another. Sanchez didn't really feature in last season's Conference League success either. Had a good start to the season though. Robert Sanchez has his critics, but he's kept 7 clean sheets in his last 12 games. Chalobah and Adarabioyo, very much the regular centre-backs now, I think. Especially with Colwell out injured. Commentator's curse mistake there by Robert Sanchez. Kano to Kimmich. Red Lima, when Kimmich drops back in, almost as a third centre-back, will go have a licence to push on. Austrian international wearing 27. A couple of years now. Neto. Change of gear by Enzo Fernandez. Neto, little nutmeg on Lima. I love that. Elise settles for the throws after the season in sparkling form. 7 goals in 10 games if you include the World Club Championship for Vincent Kompany's side. 34 home group stage league phase matches unbeaten for Bayern Munich since they lost against Manchester City in December 2013. Chelsea victorious in 12 of their last 13 European games, and Enzo Maresca wants to go deep in this. Pedro challenged for it. Here's Alexander Pavlovich. He's wearing that mask because he suffered a fractured eye socket in training early in August. This is the last game he says he's going to wear that mask. I mean, he has impressed over the last 12 months or so. Pavlovich, only 21 still, local lad. Nabry. There's Lima. Now pushes in, goes to midfield, roll from fullback, and you'll see Kimmich coming into the wider position when that happens. Just drop him back there again as a third centre back. They'll stay with three, or Kimmich will step out more. Tar misplaced that one. German international, those recent games against Slovakia and against Northern Ireland, though he only played 9 minutes of the last game, used sparingly with club needs in mind. Pressure on the Chelsea defence by Serge Gnabry. Aimed at Luis Diaz, the summer signing from Liverpool. Made a hat-trick against Bayern last season. It's when his 5 games fall on this. Started well. Palmer, it's a great run in by Enzo Fernandez, couldn't get his shot away. It's a lovely run in. They carved Bayern Munich wide open there. Palmer the instigator. Lovely vision, little step over by João Pedro, and he couldn't get his feet right. A vital covering for Bayern Munich by Konrad Laimer. Olise. Terrific form for club and country this season so far. Diaz, Gnabry and Olise with licence to roam. He's had a good international break, scored against Ukraine and in both of France's wins. Cross from Diaz, looking for Kane. First chance for the England captain. 11 goals this season in his 10 games, if you include that American tournament. 25 goals in his last 29 games for club and country. Astonishing still. Just plays out to feet. So if we've seen that, our ball's rolling. Intriguing tactics already. You can see James and Casado holding deep for Chelsea, allowing Enzo more freedom to attack with Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto in support of João Pedro. This very fluid defensive situation. See where Lima was, he's trotting back towards us near side, normally the right back. Only Real Madrid and Barcelona have played more Champions League campaigns than Bayern Munich. Phenomenal record. Their 409th game in the competition. Chelsea can't compete with that. Now the first club to win 5 European major tournaments. It's the old World Club Championship and now the new World Cup Cup. Here's Diaz. He's had an eye for a goal. Over 100 in his career. Really is a testing league stage for both of these. Might have Paphos away, the surprise packet, then Club Brugge at home, and they've got PSG away, Arsenal away, they come Sporting at home, Union St Gilloise at home, PSV away, and Chelsea awkward opponents to come as well. Benfica next up, with Jose Mourinho likely to be making a return then. As Benfica boss to Stamford Bridge. Here's Josip Stanisic, Croatian international. Kane got a touch on it. Wanted up for Chelsea, got to do that. Otherwise it'll keep coming back to them. Meccano. Jonathan Tah. It's 23 minutes of this season time. A bright start. Here's Pavlovic. He's a brilliant player. Caicedo was there. There's an early effort that whistles wide by Serge Gnabry. But they're showing a willingness to shoot here from all ranges, Bayern. Any front foot there, knew exactly what he was going to do. Has 3 goals in his last 4 games for club and country. It's against Northern Ireland in the break. So, several players. We look at Meccano, another couple whose contract expires next summer. Enzo. Here's Neto. Neto again. Correa back to Caicedo. Really strong central midfield combination. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez last season. This is a good break by Gusto to get the cross in. Chelsea look totally unfazed by this mighty stadium. They've started well. Soon clearance by the well-positioned diagonal, Meccano. It's the tail end of last season, he was injured. This is his 350th career game at club level. Caicedo. Saw the run of Cucurella. You know, he loves to get into those sort of positions. Couple of goals in Europe, but in this competition he has played in it before. Over 55% of the ball in the opening 13 minutes. Great deal in that. All the way back in there. That very well for England against Serbia in the second game. Dropped deep with players around beyond him. Olise. The thing about Michael Olise is he's only 23. Turns 24 just before Christmas. A startling rise with him from already a Crystal Palace player. Squeezed down by Justin Adebayo. Sure would have been tough, but he got the pass near Lima blocks though. Olise. Michael Olise to take on Cucurella. Ball given. It's the Chelsea fullback. Can't do much about him really. Sticking to the current implementation of the law. Old rivalry that, Cucurella, former Brighton player, and Michael Olise, former Crystal Palace player, those two clubs. Huge rivals in the Premier League. super stickler Jose Maria Sanchez. I remember him booking 11 players in the West Ham Bayern Leverkusen Europa League quarter-final in 23-24. Guys didn't help him that day. Suit curve, the famous suit curve. Beckons. Kimmich. Over it. Elise, did he touch it? Kimmich. Elise. He couldn't keep the ball in play. A whole host of Bayern players offside anyway. Powerful Jonathan Tah. Lima. Passing accuracy by Bayern Munich with that. That is Cucurella. You will hear him being booed because he was part of that Spanish team that denied Germany the fairy tale Euro 2024 victory on home soil when he played with Spain. The boos there. James, it's a good diagonal if he can keep it in, just over the head of the sprinting Malagusta. 12 games played for him this season, including the World Club Cup matches for France recently. Player turnover, Enzo Maresca, since he joined. In fact, Chelsea have had a 97-player turnover in the last 3 transfer windows, including loans. It's a huge number. Jean Pedro, good challenge on him by Jonathan Tah. He didn't agree. Early challenge. Referee got it right. Games in the group stage in the face of UEFA competitions. Some signing at Jean Pedro. Not his favourite position up front. Likes to play off the main man. Needs must at the moment with young Delap out for a lengthy spell with a hamstring injury. Gnabry. Diaz. Little step over by Kane. Gnabry switches back to the left foot. Well played. Enzo Hernandez gets to block it. Good pressure by Chelsea. Referee says it's unfair pressure. Long before he's putting a yellow card out. Sanchez will get that wall lined up. Only be a couple in there, I would think, from that range. No firm war at all. And here's Kimmich. It's a player who has nearly 50 goals for Bayern Munich. Have to do it all again, the referee was in the way. not his fault. Kimmich for the bounce ball. Police hugging this line. This is a good run. Dangerous ball, Burnley. 1-0. Tucked in at the far post. Chelsea caught napping. Well worked routine. Upamecano up at the far post. Might have got enough the defender. Chalobah was closest. Minutes gone by on 1, Chelsea now. Look at the space for Elise. Chelsea switched off in the left back position. Goes in off Chalobah's knee. One 0 to the German champions against the world club champions. Facing his own goal. Winning off his knee under pressure. But he'll be fuming at the lack of defensive care. You cannot defend like that in Champions League football. Unfortunate, Trevor Chalobah. The goal goes against the lad who moved from Sierra Leone to Gypsy Hill in South London when he was 2 and the football journey began. Well, they've only lost 2 of their last 11 Champions League group or league games against German sides, Chelsea, but this is a tough night for them now. Got to hold firm. Gusto, who's giving it away to Kane. Chelsea rattled here. Away by Chalobah, but it's straight to Jonathan Tah. Upamecano. Good rhythm about Bayern. Get out by Pavlovic. Diaz. Now Gnabry. Lots of fluent movement about Bayern. Chelsea at the moment can't cope. And here comes Slimer. Needs help. Elise's there. To him by Kimmich, little ball round the corner. Kimmich, can he get the crossing? Off Dallas goal kick. But again, Chelsea were undone by a simple little wall pass. Neat skills by Elise. And Enzo Fernandez dug in deep. To go back to Manchester City's visit in 2013 for the last Bayern home defeat in a Champions League group stage or league phase game 34 matches ago. Tah. Bayern hugely impressive so far. Gnabry, space again. Stanisic, pass smooth, good rhythm, good fitness levels. Diaz. Here's Kimmich. Back to young Pavlovic, German international now. Olise, nice improvisation. Lima. Defensive cover again for Chelsea. Bayern want the corner. Are they going to get it? Enzo Fernandez did ever so well. Chelsea certainly rocked. Elise, Kane down in the box. Nothing given. Casado was the man. Is he giving it now? Word in his ear. He didn't give it initially. But they got a quick message from his assistant. Referee telling the Chelsea captain here what the situation is. Let's have a look. Is it inside the box or else? It's clearly in. Leave it to the ground by Moises Caicedo. Was Kane leaning down on him to instigate the contact? He says penalty ref. The initial decision was no. Then he pointed to the spots. It's now being checked by VAR. Robert Sanchez, 4 penalty saves in 35 kicks he's faced. Harry Kane's already got a couple of penalties this season. "40 Champions League goal and 57 games in the competition." The English captain against the English World Club Cup champions. This for 2-0 Bayern. Confidently done. Reflects the play so far. And it's a huge night ahead now for Chelsea. Two goals in 7 minutes. Wrong foot of the keeper. In 102 games for Bayern Munich, he has 94 goals. It's the 390th of his club career.
Experience, the guy plays penalties now. Experience.
One of modern football's great goal scorers. It is staggering that in some quarters he has heavy criticism back in England, for whom he has 74 goals. National record. Chelsea playing out, got caught again. Reece James under pressure. It's just not working, the Chelsea system. Bayern all over them, swarming all over them. Kimmich. Casado gets away. Here's Palmer. Pedro's gone down off the ball. There was a collision. Palmer, good strong run, gets it back again. Brilliant Chelsea counter. 28 minutes gone. What a game this is. Bayern Munich 2, Chelsea 1. 3 goals in a blistering 8-minute spell. This is where the break started. Reece James won it back there. Caicedo carries on, rides the challenge. Referee allows the advantage to go on. Here's Palmer. Meanwhile, in the middle, João Pedro's been knocked to the ground off the ball. Palmer, quick give and go, and a brilliant finish. Squad of the weekend against Brentford, has another tonight. Man, bang, back in form. That's 5 this season if you include the World Club Cup. What a way to celebrate your 100th game for the club. It's a yellow card for Enzo Maresca, who was protesting about what he perceived to be a foul off the ball on João Pedro that left the Chelsea man down. Chelsea fans singing now. Sold out their tickets. There's a yellow card for Jonathan Tah for his involvement in that off the ball. There's a lot of talk going on here between officials and players to the referee and his fourth official there, Guillermo Cuatro Fernandez. Half an hour play. Been a terrific game so far. There's a collision. Pedro blocked off. Pedro, there's a little push there on the back, I think, of Upamecano. Things are heating up. Certainly seemed to know what he was doing, for me anyway. Lima, awkward throw for Kane to deal with. Gnabry's playing well for Bayern Munich in that more central role. Pressure from Kane forces Nero out of Tosinarabayev, a Chelsea player in the end neatly. Chalobah to Palmer. He's huge now in this game. Tries to get between two defenders, had to do that because there was no movement towards him. Kukurea, push on him by Lisa.
That's it.
Pedro, good turn, runs straight into Elise. He's won a free kick, and Elise and Bayern will say he couldn't get out of the way there. He will win free kicks. Penalties when he was a Brighton player and took them himself. Here's Neto. Some responses by Chelsea. Lima there with him. Still on his feet. Caseda. Elise. Confident on the ball. Crystal Palace turned him into a £60 million player. Bayern Munich have turned him into a £100 million rated player. Jonathan Tah. Kimmich wants it. And now Pavlovic. Came to the German side in the summer, but in the Nations League campaign. Caicedo. Dug the clearance out. Here's James. Neto. Isolated with Lima, just couldn't react. Just the best of passes. Lima tried to visit through. Caicedo was well positioned. Here's James. Beginning to roam effectively himself. Palmer's movement beginning to cause problems for Bayern. Dropped in, played in Malo Gusto. Shot hits up on Meccano. Neto. All came about because of Palmer's movement on the right hand side. Chelsea won their last 2 games against German sides, 2-0. So nearly they've only lost 2 of the last 11 Champions League group games against Bundesliga clubs. Bayern were playing with all the confidence, almost a swagger. All the confidence in the world at 2-0 up. To the game now, Stanisic. Kane has to stretch, and he's allowed the time to bring it down and play in Elise, who's looking so dangerous on the right hand side. Kimmich, Michael Elise, Lima is there just ahead of him. I'll go the other way then, up to Meccano. I thought he'd go left, goes back to Kimmich, then Tar, good pressure here by Chelsea. Palmer leading the press. Tar. Kane. Looks for the dangerous Elise. Cucurella too far off him. In it comes to Lima. Wide it goes, big chance for Bayern, and Chelsea looked all over the place on their left hand side. Cucurella didn't know whether to stick or twist. Get tight or drop off. He's not normally put off by the boos, Cucurella. He wasn't when he returned to Brighton last season with Crystal Palace. He had an awful night. But he's been tormented by the Bayern fans. It might be affecting him. And torment goes back to the European Championship quarter-final in Stuttgart in 2024. And Spain won it in extra time through Mikel Correa could dispossess him into Fernandez, looks to spread it to Cole Palmer. It's not his best pass of the night either. So James pushed it to the Bayern Munich half, and that leaves Caicedo really exposed, I think. Just monitoring Kane, whether Kane goes, Chelsea defenders on his shoulder. But Kane will drop in there to create space beyond him. It's a decent turn by Lima. Here's Elise. Pressure on the Chelsea penalty area in the last 3 minutes of the half. Now beginning to rack up the corners. It's a third in quick succession, and Elise will take it. Played 50 games last season. It was the first season for Bayern. Oh, it's spilled by the goalkeeper. Looked a bit jittery. He'll be settling for another corner. In there. Scored the weekend against Hamburg. And the 6 times champions take the lead late on in the half. Or extend the lead, I should say. It's a deep corner kick. Getting back across by Upamecano. Lima. Gnabry. Find out any moment how much stoppage time we've got. It's a good cross. The header down was aimed at Kane. Jonathan Tah tried to set up the England captain. We're into the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Offside. He's had a fine first half, Elise. The run and the cross for the first, the own goal came from the spot for 2-0. Palmer putting Chelsea back into it almost straight away. Pavlovic was too far ahead of Luis Diaz's. By and large, been kept quiet on that left-hand side. Kane's 20th Champions League goal for Bayern, by the way, his 26th appearance in the competition for the club. He's reached that landmark in fewer matches than any other player for him. Mario Gomez had the previous record. He did it in 28 games. Lima. Elise. He's Gnabry. Pavlovic arriving. Diaz. 2 men on him quickly. Stubbed on here to Lima. On it goes again to Elise. He's had Cucurella on toast in the first half. And forces a late corner. This will be the last attack of the half. Been terrific stuff. Kane under pressure. Elise with the corner, well paid by the goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. And the half-time whistle blows, and this is the sort of game that makes you cry out for the return of the Champions League. Breathtaking. Bayern ahead with the own goal by Trevor Chalobah after brilliant work down the right by Elise. Harry Kane from the spot 7 minutes later made it 2. Chelsea were in all sorts of trouble. And then Cole Palmer almost immediately reduced the arrears with a terrific Chelsea breakaway. It has been non-stop action. It has been breathtaking at times. And at half-time, it's Bayern Munich 2, Chelsea 1.
Where's my lucky sock?
Welcome to Bet King Games. Plenty is the watchword.
Plenty for real. You be game master.
You will love it. Let me show you. Keep coming. Never see anything.
Is plenty. Download the BetKing app today and find your play. That feeling, that's BetKing.
Life doesn't wait, so why should you? With Blaze, you can buy now and pay later stress-free. You can also get 0% interest on insurance premium financing with
Welcome back to the second half, and as you can see, Bayern Munich are making a half-time change. Jonathan Tah, who was cautioned in that first half, rather uncomfortable at times, has been replaced by Kim Min-jae, the South Korean international, who's only had 23 minutes of Bundesliga action this season. Was a regular throughout the last couple of campaigns, of course, having moved from Napoli in July 2023 for 58 million. That was an Asian record at the time. So the first substitution of the game we've had, a game that was lit up with 3 goals in 9 minutes. The Chealse own goal, Harry Kane penalty, and Cole Palmer for Chelsea. Off we go in the second half. First touch is from Cole Palmer's boot. Chelsea all in blue, kicking from left to right in this second half. They've had 1 effort on target, they've scored from it. Bayern Munich have had 1 effort on target, they've managed to score 2, because they had the Chealse own goal, of course. Here is the unfortunate Chelsea defender. Played out by Josin Amir Bayern. Pedro couldn't get to it. There's Pedro Neto. A good Chelsea switch to Gusto. Stays on side. And then the flag eventually raised. Raúl Cabanero's flag, the Spanish assistant referee. All the officials from Spain, apart from the assistant VAR, Rob Diebrink from the Netherlands. Jackson in the substitutes area, along now with Jonathan Tah. Munich youngsters in there as well. Cassiano Chiala, Leonard Carr, a lot of talk about him this season. Always atmospheric in this ground. Illuminated in different colours. Looks like a giant illuminated truck tyre laid on its side right by the Autobahn as you leave Munich. And it comes to Pavlovic. By Chalobah, clash of heads there. And all of a sudden, Bayern break through the middle and nearly caught Chelsea goal again. Diaz went through there. The referee's now stopped it because, well, he perceived it might have been a head injury. It's not. Stanisic is holding his knee. Hefty fall, I think, more than anything else. Munich-born player who's been at the club for 10 years, nearly. Went through a youth team called First and Fedra. Won 4 titles as a Bayern player. Went on loan to Bayer Leverkusen, won the double there. He's okay. German-born Croatian international. Played recently against Montenegro. Bayern won their opening match in their last 21 Champions League campaigns. 18 clean sheets in those 21 games. Rhys James stabs it on. Min-jae came a long way to win it. Here's Diaz. Challenge on him by Malo Gusto. It's a strong night, actually. Still only one's game. for Malo Gusto. That's a problem here for Bayern. Stanisic is not going to be able to continue. Might have been a dead leg there in the air with Malo Gusto. Just above the knee perhaps, caught by Malo Gusto's knee. He did hit the ball heavily. And he's struggling there. Look. They've just made one half-time change. Going to bring on Sacha Boey, who joined the club in January of 2024 from Galatasaray, French under-20 defender. The 3 starts this season, a couple at the World Club Cup. Stanisic's day is done. They're never present this season as well. He's been strong for them on the left-hand side. A little bit of reorganisation to do. He's coming on the right-hand side. He's a right back. I'm going to switch to the left. Cucurella through the middle. João Pedro's done really well there. That's well played. Here's Neto. Could have had a shot. He's a bit shot shy, Pedro Neto. James. First save that Maman Neuer's had to make. Oldest Bayern Munich Champions League player now, 39 years of age, 174 days. Gentler rhythm at the start of the second period. Chealse. So into Enzo. It's it back again. To take on Sacha Boey. Came through at Rennes, that club has such a wonderful record of producing talent, a prodigious record. James, the tiniest of passes that to Mrs. Caseda. Full control by Diaz. Good recovery though for Bayern Munich. That is Kimmich. Really strong recovering challenge it was to win the ball back. Cucurella. In the first half against Elise, especially when Lima doubled up with Elise on the right hand side. To come to the left now, Lima, that would make a difference. It should be cleared away, just about it was. Yeah, done by Lacano. On the left hand side now, the centre back Joe's on the right. Time the first half. Kim. Alexander Pavlovich. Kim away. Such a wonderful campaign at Napoli. Neuer clears. His 160th game in European club competition, Neuer. And off they run. Kimmich. Kane in the deep position. Opportunity here for them. And the shot straight at the goalkeeper from Luis Diaz. And there's a chance. A shot on target, which they failed to score. So Reece James has done really well in there, might have raised an eyebrow when he was picked in the central midfield position, but that's where he played in the World Club Cup final, that's where he played in the Conference League, won by Chelsea, historically so. A clean sweep of European honours for them. Here's Neto. Chelsea already won the Champions League, the Europa League, the Cup Winners' Cup, and then to win the conference as well, and then on it went to win the World Club Cup, and he won the European Super Cup as well. Lima, very right-footed player. Again, experienced Austrian international. Gnabry's on this near side. Lima picks it up. There's a big gap there. Here's Lima. Kane making inroads to go to his left-hand side. Harry Kane. Important stop by Sanchez. Kane would have fancied himself there, straight at the goalkeeper. Big moment. Not the most athletic of saves, picturesque of saves, but a crucial one nonetheless. Made sure there were no gaps as he got his body down to block. Five clean sheets in his 11 games for Chelsea this season. He's conceded 13 goals in the last 16 games he's played. It's a decent record. Kimmich takes short, Gnabry, Elise. Decent header away for Chelsea. Oshar Pedro back defending. Neuer sweeper keeper. No, Makara couldn't keep it in play. Started off the World Club Cup very well, Sacha Boey. He scored in that big win over Auckland City. Found himself out of the side. So Wesley looking on with his coaching staff there. Lee Walker. Both of the Chealse alongside him. Kim Min-jae. Here's the Makara. Go back to the right of the two now. Switch again. Kim. When he was playing over in South Korea, he played at a club called Shobok. He had a heart operation in 2017. Kim Min-jae won a couple of league titles at that Shobok club. Boy. Elise hasn't really got going in the second half. Nearly an hour play. Kane. Boy. To Kane. Good build up by him. It's Elise. It's a terrific save. Another important moment for Robert Sanchez. And he's been equal to both of them. Elise should have buried it. Sanchez made sure he did. Lovely movement, Kane. Bowie back to the England captain. Elise arriving a little bit lackadaisical perhaps with the shot. Sanchez, good strong right hand down, important save, good save. Stays 2-1 to Bayern.
Make him please himself well.
Now I've gone in Munich.
The keeper is already at extreme end of this side. Look out for this side.
If you go play
Teixeira.
But
Here's Malo Gusto. Made some good runs down the right hand side for Chelsea. First 15 minutes of the game, they hadn't got that midfield balance right. Bayern looked capable of going 3-4 up. Alexander Pavlovich. His eye injury kept him out of the recent German squad. Joshua Kimmich, he was there of course, with 3 caps for his country now. Diaz, for his country Colombia in the break, and through the World Cup finals. Gnabry, Elise. Bowie has done well to get beyond Neto. Cross-footed too high for Kane. One back high by Lima to dispossess Palmer. Here's Kane. Bayern getting on top again. Luis Diaz. Kimmich. Here's Elise. Quickly on, Pavlovic. Gnabry away, Elise has to check back. Sasha Boy. Chelsea stepped out. They thought they caught him offside. Flag stays down. And that's the referee's decision, you know, in the end. I know the flag was coming out eventually, but the referee had already blown, I think, just moments before the flag went up. The referee had realised, as I think most of us had, that Bowie was well offside there. That's where he blows there, and then the flag goes up. Oh, it's a chance for Kane! And Bayern go 3-1 up! Chelsea again sleeping at the back. Some great names there. Looking on at Ioannis Kalas. 3-1 to Bayern Munich. And Enzo Maresca starts the inquest from the dugout. Sanchez plays out. Here's Sharova. And this is where it breaks down. Gusto caught under pressure, gives it away. And Kane buries it for his second of the game. 3-1 to Bayern Munich. A costly error that at the back for Chelsea. It's 63 minutes into the game when Kane restored the 2-goal buffer. No wonder Sanchez fumes. Because his 2 important saves against Kane and then against Elise now mean nothing. Off goes Pavlovic, and on comes Goretzka. Not a bad player to bring on. Massive experience. Chelsea need to hold firm now, because Bayern will go for the throw. Goretzka, by the way, a small mark of 65 games in the Champions League. The old World Cup Championship, the European Super Cup, the Champions League, 5 Bundesliga titles, 2 Pokal, the German Cups. Chelsea's response, we descend on Garnacho and Andres Santos. Neto will go off. I think he's not been one of their strongest players tonight. Crowd buzzing about the goal. Here's it from Meccano. Kim Min-jae seems to be on that left-hand side permanently of the centre-back duo. James. Chealse are making the run forward. Fluid movement for Bayern has been the key. Gnabry, 1 minute on the right, then in the 10 roll, then dropping deep. Kane drops deep to join in and play make as well. A very good game with Gnabry. Elise, brilliant first up. Well, has been tighter to him, but lost him there. Some tricks. Cheers from the crowd. Goretzka steams forward. Lima steps over it. Diaz. Goretzka. Let's go on. It's good night, Chelsea. Here's Elise. And he nearly provided it midway through the second half. Goretzka started the move. Elise nearly finished it off. And it would have been his 8th goal for the club in 11 games this year. So it's going to be Garnacho who comes on, and Andres Santos. Garnacho for Pedro Neto and Andres Santos for James. 67 minutes play in the central midfield role, and they of course are aware that he's got so much football. 11 months last season, and also a little bit at the start of this with a hamstring problem. Andres Santos will go in there to the heart of midfield. 21, a couple more appearances for Brazil in the break. Garnacho had 12 minutes against Brentford for his debut at the weekend. Gimme. Now Lima. Here's Diaz. Danger in both wide positions. Diaz on the left and Elise on the right hand side. Very difficult to see anyone getting close to them in the Bundesliga this season. They've already started with wins against Leipzig, Augsburg and Hamburg. 13 points clear last season. Here's Elise. Cole Palmer. Gnabry. An excellent game. Kim. Away to Lima. Up and back Lima. Only 8 kilometres run today. There's the big spread of play, Luis Diaz. Looks for Elise, acres of space. Kane plodding up through the middle. Bowie's made a good run. Elise wants a goal. Good block by Cucurella, important block. Enzo Fernandez. No one has covered more ground for Chelsea than him tonight. Acedo away. Now Garnacho. João Pedro. Rolling inside. Gives it to Andres Santos. Back to him from Cacheda. Used the ball intelligently, João Pedro. 9 out of 10 passes have hit the mark from him. Cole Palmer looks for Garnacho. It's a good diving header away. Kimmich it was, and no one has run more than he has in the game. He's covered more distance than anyone else. Infield a little bit and acknowledges the error. Going there, he's got to hold the ball up, have an effect on the game. Palmer struggles to pass up to João Pedro. Not a Chelsea player within 10 yards of him though. Managusto. He's Andres Santos. Started that Brazil defeat against Bolivia away. Brazil at the World Cup finals, but not in a pretty way. To Fernandez. Here goes João Pedro with a back header on. Well, Luis Diaz, that's really untidy. He got too tight to Malagusto. Didn't need to. Chelsea have a free kick here in a dangerous area. He's checking out, going into a wide position. Didn't need the contact really. Gusto's going nowhere. Well, it was Malagusto's failure to hold on to the ball under pressure that led to the third goal. But he's had a decent night for Chelsea, it has to be said. There it was. Gave it away. And Harry Kane. Goal number 13 of the season. Goal number 95 for Bayern. Won't need to be told, you'll know. Such as incandescent. 16 minutes to go. Can Chelsea pull this one out of the fire? Enzo Fernandez loops up off the deflection. Palmer. Chalaba. Here's Palmer. Interesting the way that Bayern have dealt with him. Allowed him a fair degree of space. They haven't been that physical with him. They've only fouled him once in the whole game. Garnacho. A protracted move away from Manchester United, Garnacho, after his 5 years there. Chealse looked to free Gusto. Decent defending once again back there for them. Luis Diaz has covered a lot of ground. Little footnote on the Kane's second goal. He now has 21 Champions League goals for Bayern and 21 Champions League goals for Tottenham. Kim. Lima. Here is Kane. Drawing, sucking Chalaba high up the pitch and spinning away from it. Strong run here by Kane. Really good centre forward play. Dropping into the deep position, but Enzo Fernandez went with him and drew the foul. Put his body in the way of Bayern centre forward. Time 32 in the summer Harry Kane, but there's no sign of him slowing up. 27 goals in his last 30 games for club and country is a problem here for Chealse. Chalaba who's down, I think. There's one any more problems at centre back. Not that issue. Not since the World Club Cup with a muscle injury. Colwell until probably late next spring. An ACL.
With my new coach. Just change.
Harry Kane there.
Doesn't know what's happening. Just change.
He shot the pot. Strange because he reached for it before falling. Important form in the Premier League. He's featured in 17 of their last 21 games. Chelsea 5th, 4 points off top. Drew at home to Palace, romped it 5-1 against West Ham, beat Fulham at home 2-0. Drew at Brentford. Diaz now for Bayern Munich into the last 12 minutes we go. Kane, Elise. Goretzka. Centre halves always know as Chalaba comes back on that Kimmich is going to be there or thereabouts to take the ball off them. Now Bowie in behind. No end product. That's extraordinary. Long home group stage run is going to continue unless Chelsea can pull up trees in the next 11 minutes. They've won 8 of their last 10 UEFA games against English teams. This is a hoodoo ground for so many of the English clubs. Chalaba. Through to Shaw Pedro. Gusto. Palmer is there. Can't do anything unless he gets the ball. Perhaps fed him the ball enough. João Pedro turns to Santos, two Brazilians together. Now Luis Diaz. Cleverly done. Kane sidesteps the referee. Ulises at the top of the picture. Trying to find Gnabry. 11 minutes, 10 minutes to go now. Garnacho to take on Boy. Untidy pass. Black care. Really? Here comes Esteval. This is a terrific young talent. It's going to go off. Second captain of the night, singing the third armband. Worn by Casado. I think this is to protect Enzo Fernandez for the weekend game. Manchester United. And if you haven't seen Esteval play, he will light up grounds. He's only 18. He was signed in the summer from Bayern. Played against Chelsea in the Champions League, in the Champions World Club Cup.
Get confidence.
He won the league in Brazil with Palmeiras. He won the state title. He's only 18. 2 more appearances for Brazil recently. 7. He's got electrifying pace, talent, raw. Lima. Just deflected it away off Malagusto.
I'm missing last one. Bayern last one.
Right hand side, the letter had gone off and gone actually to the left as to Val in the 10 role.
She will talk about the fact that we say England team really match up with their England will just get bounced now.
Enjoy. Meccano. Elisa trying to drop Cucurella behind him. Gusto goes still full of running. 82.5 minutes into the game. Trying to give a number of players a rest against Brentford at the weekend, but he had to bring James on at half-time, Cucurella on at half-time, George came on at half-time, Palmer 10 minutes into the second half. It wasn't working, they scraped a draw in the end, 2-2. No free kick given. Elise to Gnabry. Is that onside? It's Diaz, flag stays down, this for 4. And Sanchez makes the third big save of the second half, but it wouldn't count because it's offside anyway. And Luis Diaz has gone injured. He looked offside, he's a yard and a half offside for me. Assistant's under instruction to keep the flag down, we know that. But sooner or later a player is going to get a bad injury out of it. Not the assistant's fault, they're told to do it. This will be a terrific start for his team. They've got a pathos where they'll be strong favourites to win, that's for sure. There's a big challenge there by Elise. That's been rumbling all night. Again, the jeers from the Bayern fans and German fans for Cucurella. It's injected a little bit of vim into the stands. After Paphos away, it's Club Brugge at home. It's not uncharitable to think that Bayern Munich can pick up 9 points from their only 3 games in the competition. Then it gets tough for PSG and Arsenal's another yellow. It's time for Conrad Laimer. Putting back on João Pedro. Pressure will be on Chelsea to get something out of the Benfica home game. And of course Jose Mourinho couldn't be ensconced by then. Who says no to Benfica, he said today, set to replace Bruno Lage. Garnacho. Put it away firmly by Kidd. Here's Chalobah. Cucurella. Front of the Boo Boys. Estevao. It's absolutely fearless, Estevao, very front foot player. Watch out for him over the coming months. Chalobah. Cucurella. Garnacho. He's a distinctive target, Cucurella, because of the hairstyle. I guess is Garnacho now in behind. Kim swings his foot in, gets it away. He's once said Cucurella that he had his hair long like this because his mum wanted him to have a hairstyle like this so she could spot him on the pitch. Back in those days, and he was a Barcelona youngster, and he made the one appearance there. João Pedro. Bayern Munich are going to send on Tom Bischoff. Number 20 is 20 page. Came from Hoffenheim. He felt he was pulled back. Orchestrating that drama on that left-hand side. Estevao, a little stumble, still got the crossing. Reimer calmly done, and so too Harry Kane, and that's excellent from Bayern Munich. Bischoff's a central midfield player. And he comes on, here's Garnacho now. Still saying they haven't really created enough in the game. Their third shot on target. James had a tame one easily saved, and of course the goal by Palmer briefly gave them hope in the first half. They've had decent moments. Here's Garnacho. Gusto. That's a lovely ball through to Cole Palmer, and Chelsea have another. Bayern 3, Chelsea 2, with 90 seconds to go. Give him the ball and he can do that, but it was a lovely pass to him. Beautiful ball, slipped into it. Estevao with the pass, and a sweet finish.
Behind the outside.
And a fantastic opening league phase game. It's being checked for possible offside. offside. It's slightly early. He's just saying, got to be more than an inch in it. Nicholas Jackson will come on to replace Harry Kane. What reception he'll have from the Chelsea fans. And Serge Gnabry goes off. And on comes Bishop, just for the closing stages. Been excellent, Gnabry. Kane as deadly as ever. Nicholas Jackson the move. Slightly acrimonious in the end. Bayern wanted him, he wanted to go. Chelsea recalled him because of the injury they suffered to young Liam Delap. But the move was done, and since then, especially in the build-up to this, there have been compliments paid by the Chelsea manager to Nicholas Jackson, who scored 30 goals in his 81 games for Chelsea. And he was warmly met by one or two Chelsea officials here on their arrival at the ground. 6 minutes of stoppage time. There were 15 efforts Bayern to Chelsea's 9. They've had more of the ball, 58% of it. I think at times they played the sweeter football. Makano. And here's Kimmich, who was touched. Wasn't much in it. Caught him on the bottom of the foot. Well, Chelsea have opened them up twice in the night. See that as a positive, but defensively caught cold for the opening goal to allow Lisa to get the crossing. Caught cold for the Kane second of the night. Feels there for a player as well. I say that that's a risk and that's extravagant. Jackson, it would have been a huge introduction. Chelsea can't really get out. Palmer forward, challenge on João Pedro a bit from behind. Estevao, or rather it's Andre Santos. Here's Palmer. Garnacho to Rumboy. He comes across, players arriving late, cut the Lima saw it, Caicedo, here's Gusto, and Kim Min-jae was well positioned. You'll know his team has played decent football at times, but defensively they've conceded 2 cheap goals.
My job is done.
Only their second corner. João Pedro, 6 goals in 6 European games for Brighton a couple of years ago. Estevao will take it. 2 centre halves are in there, muscling their way through. Comes out. The shot was by Andre Santos. He's blocked, he stayed down, and Bayern looked to bring it away. And that's a brilliant challenge by Tosin there to dispossess Upamecano. Now Palmer, Garnacho, João Pedro, Garnacho, well played Kim, Palmer tries to force the corner, claimed by Manuel Neuer. That's a worry for Chelsea. Just going recently with a groin problem. See, yellow card. The challenge on Jackson. Dos Santos it is. Boy. Goretzka. Bayern Munich start with a terrific opening 3-1 win over Chelsea. Sparkling game. They led early on, 2-0 up. Chelsea pulled one back. But Kane's second of the night was decisive. And